delayed the cross a little bit, so I think everyone was already in the place as opposed to coming onto the ball. He just delays it here, has another touch, and then nobody's really on the move to attack it.
Just too high for
how many headers he's going to win today, and that's a bad ball in. Sunderland having just delayed the cross a little bit, so I think everyone was already in the place as opposed to coming onto the ball. Just delays it here, has another touch, and then nobody's really on the move to attack it. Not too sure how many headers he's going to win today in that box with Sunderland having there. Going to have to find a really good delivery for Castellanos to get the better of Ballard
at the right time, coming off the bench last week. It's those two to recall. Castellanos and Pablo that are the twin focal points of the West Ham attack rather than Callum Wilson. Easily claimed by Robin Roofs. In the right place at the right time. Great distribution from him as well to invite Trey Hume for. Swept in by Fernandez. Easily claimed by Robin Roofs. Great distribution from him as well to invite Trey Hume for.
Movements. Somerville was excellent. Spurs just coming inside, got one or two passes off, and then was driving into the middle of the pitch, spreading it out to Bowen. West Ham had a real flow about it, and they're trying to get into that rhythm. It's a little bit. Somerville was excellent so far today. Spurs really just coming inside, got much flow to the game. One or two passes off, and then was driving into the middle of the pitch, spreading it out to Bowen. West Ham had a real flow about them, and they're trying to get into that rhythm. It's a little bit. Pablo so far today, not really got much flow to the game yet.
Verite. Now Pablo. Now Mundle. Somerville. Castellanos drifting away as Somerville made a third man run inside the penalty area. Sunderland, when they can turn over possession, can be really potent on the counter-attack. Somerville. This is Brian Brobby. Adding the support to his left-hand side. Castellanos drifting away as into trouble. The third man run inside the penalty area. Sunderland, when they can turn over possession, can be really potent on the counter-attack.
How easy that was for Sunderland to just break on West Ham there. They recovered him really well.
The support to his left-hand side.
Ebo got back to hold Bobby up.
Into trouble, and that is foul Wan-Bissaka.
Actually did quite well with the job. I mean, he's a player you cannot get into a wrestle with. He wants to pin you, Bobby. Sunderland to just break on West Ham there. They recovered him really well because you won't win that battle. Ebo got back to hold Bobby up, Jim, isn't he, in terms of how he plays. Loves to hold the ball up well with the job. I mean, he's a player you cannot get into a wrestle with.
I read one article this week from
Bobby. You've almost got to move your feet and dance around him as a centre-back because you won't win that battle.
Said that it was the best performance that he'd seen from Sunderland
number
9 last week for a decade. The way that he led the line against Crystal Palace.
He's had
a one article this week from a
good entrance into the team.
He's got
his starting position.
He looks like said that it was the best performance that he'd seen from a Sunderland number 9 last week for a decade. The way that he led the line against Crystal Palace. He's had a drift into space. There was a suggestion from Ballard and co that he might have been offside.
He's got his starting position. He looks like he's really hungry to keep a hold of it.
Win for the Hammers at Spurs last week became even more crucial with scorelines elsewhere. Space. There was a suggestion from Ballard and co that he might have been offside. Forest draw with Arsenal, a creditable result as well, but it mean that the Hammers shaved a couple of points off their deficit. Win for the Hammers at Spurs last week became even more crucial with scorelines elsewhere. Leeds winning. Big gap above the bottom for the attack. Forest draw with Arsenal, a creditable result as well, but
he's got to get across the
face. The Hammers shaved a couple of points off their deficit.
In front of the centre-back. Good defending from Alderate, but
you're getting it in here towards
Castellanos. Challenge him in that near post position.
Every step of the way.
Bowen. Castellanos' reaction knows he's got to get across the face
by
there.
Hugh. All down well by Socek. Fernandez recycling it for Wan-Bissaka. Now Bowen
but you'd
back involved again.
To really challenge him in that near post position.
Standing it up is a fine goal. Taking on Reinildo. And it's Somerville again. Wouldn't expect him to score too many headers, but that's Fernandez recycling it for Wan-Bissaka. Now Bowen back involved again.
More belief now.
Running at Reinildo.
Again standing it up. It's London Stadium.
that this revival Somerville again actually come to fruition. Wouldn't expect him to score too many headers.
Brilliant goal.
But that's 3 in 3.
Really top goal
And
that.
even more
Between Bowen and Somerville, the two wide players
London Stadium,
connecting and linking everything that Nuno's asked.
Come to fruition.
From before the game, for Somerville, he's just delivered in this moment, gets him where it hurts, and what a header that is. Between Bowen and Somerville, the two wide players, brilliantly, lovely little connecting ball from Bowen, but that is an everything that Nuno's asked from a wide player. From before with the game, and a powerful header at the end of it. Delivered in this moment, super goal, where it hurts, and what a header that is. Gets up high, times it brilliantly, lovely little flighted ball from Bowen, but that is an arrival from a wide player. Goal. With a leap and a powerful header at the end of it.
14 months.
Super goal.
Now 3 in 3. 28 games without successive Premier League games since 2022. 14 months, but now 3 in 3.
Really was. I mean, Bowen had a couple of goes with the cross, came back to him, but
first time that Somerville has scored
just
in
having
successive
that
Premier League games since
individual
2022.
Somerville there wanted to get into the box where it hurt. A brilliant goal. He got his reward. Really was. I mean, Bowen had a couple of goes with the cross, came back to him, but you know, just having that mentality.
Long throw inside the penalty area.
Somerville there wanted to get into the box.
Got himself stranded for a moment.
He got his reward. I don't think anyone really knew where that ball went there. Real mixed up here for me.
Long throw inside the penalty
area.
Up
in the air, this head, and then the reaction.
Got himself stranded for a moment.
Riola's in no man's land. I don't think anyone really knew where that ball went there. Real big mix up here for me. Goes high up in the air, this head, and then the reaction. Tadibo doesn't know where it is. Riola's in no man's land. He gets that header right. It caused a big problem, but too much on it from Hume.
Dominant in terms of possession, almost 3/4 of the ball through the opening 15 minutes. West Ham United dominant in terms of possession, almost 3/4 of the ball through the opening 15 minutes. West Ham attacking them at will at the mark. 2 or 3. Bissaka. Clever from Somerville, opening it up for Bowen. Attacking them at will at the mark. Bissaka. Should be clever from Somerville, opening it up for Bowen. And it might break.
Wow, it's just brilliant from Somerville again here.
Should be 2.
This little dummy is brilliant from Somerville again here. Talk about know your surroundings. This little dummy is superb. Talk about know your surroundings and what's in and around you. Knew he shouldn't take the ball, left it for Bowen. And then I think Roos does pretty well there actually. Makes it difficult for Pablo. Pablo narrows that angle. He's got to find it into the near post. Kind of roof of the net if he's going to score.